Hi everyone, this is Kay here, back to do another DT project for Papercraft Secrets, and I'm going to be playing with the Christmas mini album project printables, but I am not very good at making, I don't know how to make mini albums, I should say, so I'm going to do what I know best, which is create a mini album using envelopes. So it's like a flip-flop album, and I've used the front of this here for my front of my little book, little flip-flop journal, whatever you want to call it. The washi tape's coming up. So I've created pockets out of the envelopes, used the kit, isn't it gorgeous, and used papers from my stash that sort of matched, and then it goes back the other way. That's why it's called a flip-flop, because it flips and flops back and forth. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. So you take a square envelope and you take this bit of paper here, this flap here, and you turn your envelope over so that the pocket, the bit that opens, is facing this flap, and you're going to glue that down like that. So we're going to do, but don't glue up the top, it's going to stick over the top, otherwise you'll be gluing your flap to the next page. So I'm just going to do the one, even though I need to do more than one. And then I'm going to take my ruler and pencil, and I'm going to, where I should cut it first, like where those joins are there, I'm just going to sort of draw a line across there, because I found, the first time I ever did one of these, I found that leaving these flaps here created a problem for me in terms of like trying to decorate it with paper. So, but if you are happy to just leave them there, then you do that. This is really easy. These are just square envelopes from a card kit, so you can buy square envelopes from a variety of places. Cheap shops have them. These are from Uniquely Created, because I bought some square cards, which means I've used up their envelopes and I don't have envelopes to have the square cards. That's terrible cutting, so I'm going to fix that up in a minute. Just have to tidy that up a bit. Hope this video finds you all well. I suppose you're sort of getting geared up for Christmas. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to I printed some of this printable out on 120 GSM, and the other stuff I printed off on 100 GSM. So I'll show you what I'm going to do with the 100 GSM in a moment. So just make sure it's around the right way, okay? And so we're going to leave that. Just realised what's happening here. It's just hanging over a bit more than I'd like, so I'm just going to trim the back of that off from the previous page. Okay. So I'm going to put this GSM, the thicker GSM, on here. It's a bit bigger than the square envelope, so I'm just going to take my got to get over the trimmer. Excuse me, with the big trimmer here. Just a little smidgen off the side and a smidgen off the top. Can't tell you how much, because when I went to measure, what's that odd measurement? Probably took a bit too much off there. You can always ink in, cover it up with washi tape, whatever you want to do. You can use double-sided tape if you like, or you can just use glue, which I've been using because I can't find my double-sided tape. Obviously used it and then haven't put it back where it should be, because it should be there and it's not there. So I'm just going to stick that on there. And I'm going to use some paper from my stash. This is all blue. So I'm just going to put that, which is a bit green, I know. I just realised how green it was. That's right. Or we could use the pink. The red's too strong, I think. If you've got a pink that would match that really perfectly. I was a bit limited with what I had, so I'll just use, because I thought it was just blue, because this is the first time I've turned my light on today, and I thought it was blue, but it's not blue, it's green, but it's close enough. I mean, you don't have to use any papers from your stash, you can just keep, I printed off a number of copies of the printable, because that's the one good thing about printables, that you can print them off as many times as you like. So you can make this side the same as that side, which is what I'm going to do for here. So I'm just going to find the paper here, which I forgot to do. I've done a lot of preparation for this video beforehand, because I thought, oh, it's going to take too long if I show you everything. Way too long. So I'm just going to stick that down there. Stick that down there. Fold it so I know where it measures. And just realised how uneven that is cut on that side, so I'm just going to cut it a bit more even than it was. So, do you reckon it'll be safe to cut down the middle? What do you reckon? Okay. Don't trust yourself. So I'm just going to use this spit to stick on there. It needs to be cut a little bit. These are my big scissors. What do I do with them? Oh, they're over here. Just going to eyeball a smidgen off. That'll do. And what we're going to show you what we're going to put in the pockets. So that's how you do it. And then the next one is the same again. You take the flap, you take the envelope, and you put the flap over there and you stick it down. And then you keep going until you've run out of how many you need. Okay, so it's pretty easy, and it's once you've put it all together, it's actually quite sturdy. And you put the glue on there. Surprising how sturdy it can be, and so you can put all sorts of things on there, like your photographs, your Christmas photographs. Can be a very small mini album for just for a child maybe, or grandparent. Once you've done the photographs, it's a perfect little memento just of maybe for the Christmas day itself, just a little memento of the Christmas day. So I'm just going to put this over here, these over here, so I don't lose them. So what I've done for the pockets is I've created all of these things using a large playing card. So I've just covered one side with with paper, and then I covered the other side with the printable. So you've got, and then I decorated them with the little elements that you can find in the kit as well. These fairies are gorgeous. And then you've got other images like this, like that. There's lots of little images, little houses. So you can see how I've decorated those, and I cut him out of a bigger one. So I just cut some of them off, just suit what I needed. Where's the can't find the, must have been on the other one. I can see I've cut that wrong. I've done that wrongly, so I'll trim that to fix that. And then what was left over from what I did then, I had papers left over to create the little tags, and again I was decorating them with different items from the kit. So this is what I fussy cut out from a bigger one, and I cut them out of a bigger one. And this one I just put on top like that. So, and these are from tags I bought from Officeworks. So I'll show you how I did that. So first of all, I've got this really thickish paper, and I'm going to glue it down, loads of glue. I mean, if you don't have a plain card, I mean, I got these from a second-hand shop, becoming useful for if you don't want to cut your own, you can cut your own if you want to. That's just so that the person who gets the journal, the little mini album, whatever you want to call it, can do some little picture on there, can put a photograph on there and do some writing. And on this side, I'm going to stick this bit on, again using loads of glue. Stick it on the edge of that, make sure it's on the edge. Okay, trim it. Be careful with your trimming, because this bit that's left over is going to go on one of these tags. So this little bit here, so there's my, and then if I wanted to, I could create another little house, a fairy flying through the air maybe. I'll think about that in a minute, but this that's left over is going to go on this tag beautifully. See, it fits perfectly. Don't have to worry about any not having enough. So I mean, because the tags, there are loads of tag dies around. You may have some already. You can cut your own tags. I did have some tag dies, but when I saw these in Spotlight, I thought, oh, not Spotlight, Officeworks, I thought, oh. Make my life a bit easier. But tags are really easy to make. You just get I think I showed you in a previous video. You just get a bit of cardstock and you just cut corners to then that's left over, easy. Then you get a punch, and then you've got your tags. So what can happen is you can got your journaling card in there. You can create a little tuck spot there by sticking that down and putting the journaling card, not the journaling card, get your mouth out. What's the word you're looking for? Tag. That's the word you're looking for. Just need to so I'm just going to take another tag because I want something different from what I've got in here already. And then you take your tag, get a bit of lace with my scrap bit of lace here. Yes, you're going to say, Kay, you got a lot of lace. I do have a lot of lace, but I've gathered this over the years, so This might be a bit thick. Got some thinner stuff. Yeah. So I'm just going to cut that. You can use string, ribbon, nothing at all, is up to you really. Twine, like you call it string, but it's twine. You can get those baker's twine for Christmas if you want it to be so involved. Oh, I cut that off too small. There it is there. Let's try again. Probably too long now. So what I'm doing is put the two ends down through the hole. If I grab it, you've got a little circle there. You're going to put these two ends through the circle and pull. There's your tag. And you're going to create a little something for the tag. You can use, I've got loads of leftovers, so I can use a little bit of a leftover to create a pocket, or like I said, you can use one of the houses which needs to be on card, and then you can put the tag inside. So let's have a look if I've got any card handy. I'm going to use up one of these tags. Wasteful. No, I'm not going to use one of those tags. That's wasteful. Excuse me a minute. Scrap bit of folder. If I'd have thought about it, I could have done these elements in the 120 GSM as well, but I didn't. Sure, I've got them somewhere. Could I print them all off again, like I said? Oh. I mean, you don't have to do the tags, but I'm just putting them in there because to use up all the things that all the paper I had. So I can put that there, and the little card's going to go, and you can ink around the edges if you wanted to. So I'm going to, trouble is, what colour would you ink around it? Yeah, just going to stick that down across the bottom. And on this side that I'm going to stick it in near on the outside, stick that down on that side. And that's why it's called a tuck spot, because it's just on two sides and it sort of tucks in like that. Okay, so like I said, you can ink the outside if you want, and then I've been thinking about putting a lace on the edge here to make it look pretty, and I don't know whether I'll keep the washi tape here or even use the lace on the bottom as well. I quite like the pop of red. Just got to find something that I think that will match. So I hope that explained that well. So like I said, I'll go through it again. Plain card. If you don't have them, just cut a piece of card. You get your square from the printable. Oops, two there, don't want two. Stick it on there. I'm not going to do that because I want to keep this for, cut around it, and then the bits that's left over will make the tag. Alright, so that's what I did there, made the two tags, made the two things from the one piece of square. The other thing is I'm using the 120 GSM for these pages, just to give it, so all of these pages, I'll pop that in there so I'll show you again. So that's one of those, and I did print off some more to cut off on that side as well. So that goes on there like that, the 120 gram GSM ones, just to give it a bit of stability. And I just kept the patterns the same. I was going to change it up, but when I did that I didn't like it. But you can, it's your journal, see, that's going to be, have to be covered up directly. Your journal, you do whatever you like best, really. It's a beautiful kit though, and you can just keep adding journaling cards and tags, and then the person with the photograph can put their photograph on this side, or they can put their photograph on the back. They can write on here. It's up, you know, up to the person, whoever, whatever they want to do with their little album journal, really. Okay, so I'm going to do that now, just finish all the pockets and things like that, and when I'll come back to you at the end to show you what I've done at the end. Okay, see you directly. I'm back. So I cut the word Christmas off the first page, you know, where the big Christmas tree was, and I put it on there and put some houses and a lovely fairy on the front as well, just to give it a bit more I don't know, appeal, I think that's the word I look for. So I've put all the journaling cards, made pockets for the tags, put a bit of lace in them, and I've kept those blank. So the different kinds of pockets, ones that go across, journaling cards like I showed you to start off with, how to make the one with a playing card, but again you can just use cardstock, a tuck spot that I made from a house that keeps coming, and perhaps I should have used a bigger house. So yes, so that goes another journaling card, again keeping it blank, keep going with the whole theme. And at the I'll show you the back other side as well. So there's that I think it needs trimming, do that in a minute, and need to fix that a little bit. Another tuck spot for another house, and there's that page. Journaling card's got this gorgeous girl fairy there. Again, I try to do different things with the pockets. Most often not, this is the kind of pocket where I just get a piece of paper and go across. I think I've shown you how to do pockets before. I just need to, I'll do it later. So there's the front, back, so back in, that's why it's called flip-flop, because one way it actually pulls out like that as well. So it can be a concertina. So on the back, you're thinking, well, what's she going to do with the back? So what you're going to do with the back is you're going to stick this down. I could have left the flap on that one. I didn't think of it at the time, because it just needs to be stuck down. And then you take the last, I cut that down to size as well. I decided to use the two, because like I said, I printed one off with, actually I've printed off 3 times. So two with the 100 GSMs and one with the 120 GSM. Just to give myself plenty of things to work with. And I've used Faded Jeans ink to sort of go around the corners and the edges, just to give it a bit of colour. Otherwise it gets a bit lost. And then what I'm going to do is here, on this one here, I'm going to take my pen, because whenever you create an album or a journal or something like that, you're going to give it away to somebody else, you should always put handmade, what I want on the back, no, here, handmade with love by K. Forder. that was fun. That was so much fun. Gorgeous little mini kit printable, and I'm really happy with the way that worked out. And then you can get some lace. I'm just going to use this really sparkly lace I've got here, since it's Christmas. It's got, you can see the sparkle and shine on it. Let's see how much is there. Not a lot. I'm going to use that to tie it round. So how much do I think I might need? Could have all of it. Do a big bow. Cut off some later. Put it lower in the corner so you can see on the edge, so you can see the fairy's face. And I think that looks really effective. And just look a bit neater. Just trim off the. Like, you don't have to use lace. You can use ribbon, whatever you have to hand, really. I really love that. I'm so happy with the way it worked out. And you know, give yourself some time to do this, even if you did it after Christmas, because it's never too late to put the Christmas photographs in there and give it to somebody for the new year, so they got it as a keepsake then for themselves, because sometimes the weeks before Christmas get a bit busy. So if you don't have time, do it after Christmas. It's just beautiful. I'm so happy with it, how it turned out. Thank you very much for joining me today, and hope you have a try doing one of these flip-flop mini album journal type things, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.